Welcome back to my channel. It is Candace with the K here. We're normally talk books, beauty, and kicks. I am giving you some reality today, talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac episode 2. Somebody please get Ashley a Corona because her messy behind needs to take a sip and a seat. Let's get into it. Ashley in this episode is hosting her housewarming party. And before we get into the actual party, she goes out with her mother. Now, I love her mother, Sheila, and that shake and go curly wig, baby. I love it, okay? Because one thing about Sheila is going to be honest, Sheila is going to cackle, and Sheila is going to throw a little shade all in the mix, okay? What I appreciate about Sheila was just her little cackle when she be talking about Michael, and kind of her getting at or asking Ashley about the situation with Michael and Candace. Michael has the gall to be suing Candace for $2 million behind the sexual allegation suits, which wasn't he actually having sex with people? So I think this is also going to be a situation where it's going to be reality TV fodder, in the words of Candace, and how her lawsuit against Monique was eventually thrown out, because that's just what it is. One thing that I kind of am upset about with these particular set of producers is that there seems to be a little bit of Candace erasure this season so far. I don't know if things will take a shift. I know my girl is booked and busy, so maybe it was attributed to the time of filming where maybe things just weren't happening, so to speak. But there seems to be a little Candace erasure, and I hope that that gets rectified. Not to say that I'm always Team Candace, but I think that she is a pivotal part of this collective. And so I hope they figure that out. Once again, we get a I don't care out of the Dixons, all of them. But you got to start caring about something, or you'll fall for anything. Really need Robin to start asking Juan, do you care about me? Because you can keep saying, I don't care till you blue in the face. But if you don't care about me, then of course you're not going to care. And that's what it's given. It's given you don't care about me. And so the two of them can go on these I don't care, drinking game of the day alert, I don't care. But there's got to be some type of empathy somewhere on either side, or else we're going to continue to see this to happen. Ultimately, we need Robin to start standing up for herself against Juan, because the I don't cares are only going to go so far. But also, what works for you works for you. But this cannot be the storyline all season. We're either going to create an action and solve it, or we're not going to talk about it, because we're not doing this. Mia has her nerve for saying that she's not drinking, although she still drinks wine because it's at the grocery store. Babe, the air that goes that's going on up here. I think Karen is very right in establishing the boundaries between herself and Mia, simply because Mia is the flip-flopper that she tries to say everyone else is. One thing Mia will do, she will acknowledge, but she's still flip-flopping. So I think Karen is right. Give her the handshake. Tell her what it is, set the boundary, and make it clear. I loved how that went because it was immediate. It wasn't no tip and toeing. It was straight to the point. And that's why she's the grande dame, okay? We'll say that for me, Potomac is not doing it just yet, but I think we're ramping up. What I don't want and will not like to see is another attack on Wendy this season. Since Wendy has been on this show, it's kind of been daggered. Season before last, it was a mess. Last season was a mess. This season, it seems like we're shaping up to do the same thing. And with this new housewife, which I don't know how I feel about her just yet, Nneka, her saying, is she a medical doctor, is so triggering as someone who is a doctor that's not a medical doctor but has my PhD, because what difference does it make? You still will have to address me as doctor. And I tried to say that before someone else, but can't nobody else say that to me. Is how I feel about it. So when people say, like my friends are often like, yes, this is Dr. Candace, I'm always quick to say, but I'm not a medical doctor. I can do that. Because what difference does it make? You know, like, and I only say that jokingly because it's like, please don't die. Please don't start to faint and I can't help you. You know good and goddamn well she ain't no medical doctor. You didn't sat at home like a fan like all of us and watched the show because you knew what you were signing up for. So you were just trying to be catty in that moment. Like, don't do that. Another thing that is brewing is with this Osu stuff. One thing we're not going to do is weaponize religion, but particularly not weaponize somebody else's culture. And that's because messy ass Ashley needs to go sit down with a Corona somewhere and shut up because she is delivering the message completely wrong. We always give Giselle flack. We even give Candace flack. But at the end of the day, Ashley Darby has been the messiest woman since she stepped foot on this show. And she does it in such a way that you think that she is being friendly because she's not, her voice is not elevated. She's talking in a very cool tone. She is giving you, using very descriptive and intellectualizing her language. And so you presume that she's presenting the information in a way that is conducive to your feelings. But really she's starting shit. That's just a plain and simple way to say that. It's time to wake it up. I think it's time to wake it up. Wendy sat on that couch yesterday and really poured into Ashley. I see what you're doing. You've created this safe space for you and your boys. You are making it despite da-da-da-da-da. She's poured into that woman just for her to regurgitate some BS that was incorrectly presented. Now, what sense does that make? I think it's time we wake it up, okay? It's time to wake it up. I look forward to next week seeing how this housewarming party continues. And if or when it becomes apparent to the rest of the castmates that Ashley was doing some meddling, that has to be blown up before the reunion takes place. I am Candace with a K. I will be giving my recaps every week, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.